My name is Nathan Camp. I am a church planner, pastor, and now CEO of StartCHURCH here in Atlanta, Georgia. A long time ago, in fact. I found myself with this call to plant a church. I just felt like it was the Lord. My wife felt like it was the Lord. We had been in this place where we just knew God was stirring our hearts. And we wanted to plant a church, and we began to think about, what about all the legal compliance side of it? It's nothing I'd been trained for. I'd been taught to preach and teach and make disciples, but I had no idea about the legal side. And I found StartCHURCH. I was a client, and they just walked me through, made it so easy that all of a sudden I felt confident in something I didn't feel confident before that. We planted and launched our church, and it went great. And there was this sense of, I have things in order. And having things in order didn't hold me back from doing the other things that I wanted to do, to see people saved and see small groups and see our city touched. Well, when I transitioned out of that church and had the opportunity to come on staff here, I was actually really passionate about it. So I jumped on board and really heard the StartCHURCH story, which is a church planter, our founder, a church planter, began to launch his church and really wanted to feel validated. He launched his ministry with this sense of, I'm going to learn how to do it compliant-wise. And while he was researching, the Lord spoke to him and said, if you'll study this, I'll put you in all 50 states. But after he launched his church, all of a sudden other church planters started coming around and saying, hey, can you help me? Can you help me plant this church the way you did? Can you help me with this compliant stuff that I am terrible at? And he did. And he began to serve him. He actually wrote a book on how to start a church. Well, that began to just grow. We turned that content of the book into software. And last year alone, we started 2,000 churches and ministries basically utilizing the same program. Every single day we wake up, we come to work for one issue. How do I help a pastor and ministry leader solve the next challenge that's keeping them from their vision? Could be getting started. It could be their finances. It could be their need for tools. Whatever it is, every single day we ask the question, how can I solve a problem that's holding a pastor or ministry leader back from the very vision that they feel called to do? Every day our phone rings with somebody who believes God has called them to do something great. And we've seen them go all in. We've seen them say, I've sold my cars, I've cleared my 401k, I've done all of this because it's so burdened on me, I am all in. We feel like that's such a noble cause that they're doing, that it's our honor to get behind them and to help them do it. I know that firsthand in my own self as being a church planter. I remember feeling the call to plant a church. I remember being excited and nervous. And what really got me through it, what really got me to launching those churches, was having the right people around me, was having the Lord on my side, and having great partners that just said, listen, I'm going to strengthen you where you're weak. I'm going to strengthen you. What we want to do is be an advocate for church planters. What they often need is somebody in their corner saying, I believe in you. Like, one of the things I love best about the culture of StartCHURCH, like if you're a pastor or church planter and you're having a bad day, you should probably call StartCHURCH, because we are just going to encourage you. We're going to speak life over you, and we're going to help you on those issues. And more as people are stepping out in faith, even in pandemics, even in these hard times, and saying, I'm all in with what God's calling me to, it gets us out of bed. And over 20 years later, we're just getting more and more fired up. You know, we couldn't be more excited about serving the Vineyard as a partner. Early on in my walk with God, I began to be exposed to John Wimber's teachings, and my heart just came on fire. When I heard him speak, I said, that's a Christianity worth going for. What he's talking about, I'm in. And throughout the years, just been really, really blessed. My wife and I have been blessed by being around some of the Vineyard movement. And when we had the opportunity as StartCHURCH to come alongside and support the next wave of church planters and pastors at the Vineyard movement, we couldn't be more excited. We're excited about the new president, Jay Pathak, about what he's doing, what he's done in Denver, and what he's going to be doing in the movement. I think if I could say anything to Vineyard planters and pastors, people that are starters or explorers of wanting to step out in faith, is that, hey, we are here to serve you. We're here to be a partner with you. There are things in this journey that you're going to need help with, and we are a safe place to dream. We are a safe place to come alongside with you and say, let us help you bring the vision to pass. Let us help expand the kingdom on the earth. And if there's anything we can do, know that we're here to help.